This week on Realtree Global Hunting, I'm back in Hungary on the lookout for another roebuck with the guys at Wonderhart. A few weeks ago, you guys would have seen my amazing journey over to Hungary to bag my first ever roebuck. Amongst the beauty of a Hungarian summer, I managed to stalk into a nice buck and make a good shot. I was over the moon at my opportunity to add another species to my hunting CV. And also to be part of the amazing traditions that Hungary has to offer. And now, back in Hungary, I'm on the hunt for another roebuck with the guys at Wonderhart. It's early morning and Tamas has us on the road heading for a patch of his hunting ground. It's day 2 in Hungary. Again, we're out with Tamas of Wonderhart. We've come to another bit of ground that they've got. First thing in the morning, the mist just clearing up off the ground, it's beautiful. So what we're going to do today, just have a walk about.
We do some stalking.
Yeah.
And we try to call the bucks.
Oh, excellent.
With the whistle.
So we're going to do a bit of calling.
Because we had the rain last night, and these changes caused the activity.
The rat.
So yeah, I think the rat is on the peak now. So the whistle is really working this morning. We hope.
Looking forward to it. And the mosquitoes are biting already. There's thick mist on the ground this morning, which makes spotting deer a little tricky. However, we haven't got far and already we're calling several deer out into the open. We're here on a management job, and so we can't take the first deer that comes across our path. In order to help these guys keep the herd strong, we're looking to take out an average-sized older male. By taking the older bucks out of the herd, the younger bucks get a chance to pass on their genes. We don't spot what we're looking for in this field, so we move on. There's deer moving everywhere this morning by the looks of it, but are we going to find the right one? It's very exciting now. Calling these deer in. We've called in a few young bucks. They haven't been good enough to shoot. We've called in a few does as well. It's amazing, isn't it? Coming in on this ground. The mist lifting off the ground and then walking through it. It's awesome. So that's back at base now. We didn't pull the trigger this morning, but we saw a heck of a lot of deer. We saw some really nice deer, well, some nice deer, but too young to shoot, weren't they?
Yeah, we saw only just young ones.
Yeah. So you know, it was nice to be out there and just see that kind of stuff. You know, when the guide was calling them in, and they were coming out of the maze and coming running through to see what the calls were. That was awesome. So I've never been out calling deer before, so really enjoyed that. But the only thing I didn't enjoy is the bloody mosquitoes. They've had like a all-you-can-eat buffet on my face. Damn things. That'll make shaving interesting.
No, just you need to visit Hungary more often.
That's it. Get used to it. Yeah. Man up, basically.
No, it's nothing on my face.
I know. I just see that. Maybe I just taste sweeter than you.
Yeah.
So, Are we out again this evening?
Yes, definitely.
Great stuff. They all seem to be responding to the calls, and it's amazing to see. The estate are proud of the amount of hares they have on the ground. They look after the hares. They do a few drives towards the end of the year. There's loads on it, and they're really high quality animals. They're big hares, big strong hares. From a distance, you have a look. You sometimes think it's deer running across. It's just a hare. It's great to see them. There's a lot of young bucks around here. Unfortunately for us, we're looking for an old boy. There's a young buck across in front of us. Too small to shoot. Okay, it's day 3 of my Hungarian buck stalk. We've been after 2 coal bucks. We got one straight away first day, cracking coal buck. Yesterday we stalked all day, saw some cracking deer and some beautiful deer. Just unfortunately all too young to shoot. You know, they'll be real good deer in a couple of years' time. It was an experience really to see how this estate runs. You know, how they look after the deer, the habitat. It's an amazing place.
And also it's a good example of the Hungarian game management.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to see actually to be part of that. Finally, we spot a good buck on the edge of the crops. Our guide tells me to get down and ready myself for a shot. I get him in my sights and fire. I'm confident that it's a good shot and he skipped into the crop. Okay, I've taken a buck about 200 yards off the bipod. It didn't present itself very well. I got off the bipod, got a good, real rock steady platform to shoot from. We've got down to where it is. It's nice red frothy blood. That's a good sign. Unfortunately, it's right next to this maize crop, so we're gonna have to go in and find it. We follow the blood trail through the maize. And our buck isn't far in. He is down and out. This is a result of 2 days hard stalking. We've walked through these maize crops, cutting ourselves to shreds, been bit to pieces by mosquitoes. My hands are swollen up by mosquito bites. We saw plenty of deer yesterday. We didn't see the right deer. This is exactly what we're looking for. This is a coal buck. He's taken out the equation, which is why it's taken us so long to find the right one. Some fantastic deer on this estate. Yesterday it was a pleasure to walk around and have a look at some of the deer that are here. But I'm so glad as well that we found this one this morning. It got me to about 200 yards from it, and I went off the bipod on the ground. I felt steady on the ground. The Sauer 101, I've been using that quite a lot just recently, so I know what it can do. And there's the result. Okay, we've got our buck down, and now we're going to have to dress it out. Because we're quite a bit away from the larder, usually back at home, I'm pretty close to the larder when we're stalking, so 9 times out of 10, we can just pop it in the back of the truck, take it back home, dress it back at the larder, no problem. But if we were to leave this, it will blow up. With this heat, it wouldn't be very good to dress it out. Maybe in an hour and a half's time, it would be very messy. So I'm going to dress it out, but I'm going to do it the European way. I'm going to have a go at doing it the European way. And Tamas will talk me through it. If I go wrong, I'm sure Tamas will tell me. Yeah. Right, I'm going to take my jacket off because it's extremely warm. The skin
All the way on.
right the way down past the brisket, down towards the trachea.
All the way on.
Yeah, back up. And the idea with this is we're making as big a channel as we can to let plenty of air in, so that it lets the carcass cool down a lot quicker. Because we don't really have these kind of issues back home in the UK, do we? When it comes to temperature and getting the deer in. And we're just going to work our way back now. The idea, everything should be able to just pull straight out. You can see where the lapur meg's done its business in there. You see the top of the lungs,
Top of the lung, yeah.
nick the top of the heart, straight through the lungs. It's double lung shot and through the top of the heart, so it's made a fair old impact in there.
Oh yes.
There we go, everything's out.
Look.
The lapur megs have done the thing again. It was slightly quartering, so it's gone across a couple of ribs, but it's gone in, out, done the business. Not too much damage at all, is it there, Tamas?
Yeah.
Really good.
There's only a few ribs and
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, considering it was about 200 yards, so it was.
So we can say it was a good shot.
Yeah, it was a fairly good shot. Yeah, yeah. I was impressed with it anyway. I don't know about anybody else. So yeah, awesome, great stuff.
Just before we go to the ladder,
Yeah.
we need to put the tag in.
Okay, yeah,
So
we'll go
do you
tag
wanna
him.
do that, please.
Okay.
So cut the
Yeah.
left here
There we go, Tamas.
and push through.
And what is the tag for, Tamas? For the estate?
For the estate and for the registration. So we are not the poachers.
Oh, we're not poachers. So that's part of Hungarian licensing law that we have to tag everything that you shoot. So you got a record of it.
Yes.
Excellent stuff. Right.
We can go.
Another fantastic Hungarian hunt with Tamas and the guys at Wonderhart. Great people, beautiful scenery, and awesome hunting. Hungary never lets us down.